Hey everybody, welcome to 4.0 of Killing Time with me, Vash. This week we have two unofficial sponsors. The first sponsor I believe we all know and love, and that's our good friends with alcohol. Alcohol will always be there for you through the good and the bad. Our second unofficial sponsor for this week, and I stress the words unofficial, are the Crush of Vampires. They will be performing on the 29th of this month on Fontana's Bar down in New York City. Check them out. They'll be playing at 11 o'clock. Good times, good beer, good band. Check them out if you got some free time. You will not be disappointed. This week, rambling is going to be about downgrading. And I don't mean about your software or some super crap like that. I mean downgrading as far as your personal choices in life. And I'm going after the downgrading of your sexual partners. I hear a lot of women complain that, well, not complain, I should say, but make the statement of, if you're going to cheat on me, at least let her be pretty, or at least as pretty as me. Most times, that's never the case. Sometimes when it's the reverse and the guy is the one being cheated on, men and women, I believe we all have this thing of, if we're gonna get cheated on, at least let the person be of equal or greater value. If you're going from, let's say, Angelina Jolie, and then you get cheated on with Meg, that's not doing a whole lot for your self-esteem. If you're kind of, will be an asshole about this. If you're a 5 out of the 1.10 out of a 1 through a 10 scale, and you get cheated on with a 7, you feel kind of good that the person cheated on you with someone above your stature. That doesn't ever happen either, and I think it's kind of foolish of us to believe that if we ever get cheated on, or they break up with us for any reason besides getting cheated on, that we would hope that in our minds that they're leaving us for something better. Of course, it's kind of a backlash when we think they're leaving us. What's wrong with us? It's may not be you. It could just be the natural order of things where it's all about ego. It's all about how you're feeling at the moment, and that generally dictates how things kind of go about. The downgrading thing to me is very interesting, where for some reason in our head we believe that if we get cheated on, we get dumped, even if it's a mutual breakup, that we're still kind of holding hands and we're still kind of best of buds, that the person they're leaving us for, or eventually will leave us for, is on par with them or better. It's a major slap in the face to us when we see that person we were with, and they're like a gnome, or they're like this weird little hobbit reject thing with bad feet and a lisp and some other ungodly thing attached to them. I think the most famous person who did this recently is Tiger Woods. We all know Tiger Woods cheated on his wife, and the hookers and all that stuff. The interesting thing was, if you've seen Tiger Woods' wife, she's amazingly stunning, amazingly beautiful. But most people who talk to her have gone on record about her hardly can say a bad thing about her, and usually when they do say bad things about her, there's nothing so damaging you think, oh yeah, that's probably why he cheated on her. I think Tiger Woods is a prime example of downgrading in its finest form. Of, it's not because we have this primal urge that will fuck anything with a pulse. Yes, that is part of it. I think that's all humans in general. We have this primal urge to fuck anything with the pulse because it's in our nature to reproduce, to keep the human race going. That's a whole mess. But I think as far as this rambling goes, the whole downgrading thing is, it's not because we're pigs and we're degrading women or men when it's the reverse. It's a power stroke. It's ego. It's pretty much, if someone's throwing, okay guys, if someone's throwing a pussy at you, you would look, most times you'll go, okay, is this doable? Would I feel bad about this? Can I brag about this to my friends? If you can do any of those things, chances are you're gonna fuck the chick and be done with it. Girls, reverse. I'm sorry, you're not higher on the food chain than we are on this. If some guy says you can fuck him whenever you want, and in your mind you're going, you know what? I wouldn't mind having him on my little keychain of conquest. You may do it. The downgrade part comes to me where if someone's offering you their said body parts, and you look at them going, you're still kind of intrigued because it's a power stroke. It's an ego trip. You have this power over them where they're willing to give themselves up to you. It's not because you're just that much of a dirty dog. It's a power trip. It's an ego thing attached to it. Someone is willing to giving themselves up to you, and depending on how ugly you think they are, you may just about go for it. It's not always about, oh, this fucking pig, he's disgusting, he'll fuck anything with a pair of tits, or vice versa. He'll, you know what I mean with the reverse with women. I'm not going to go into that mess. But That's the interesting thing to me about downgrading. It's not always just about looks and everything else. Again, you always hear the thing, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Sometimes beauty is blind, and we wonder what the fuck these people see in each other because holy shit, they're ugly as dirt. But I think there is a definite thing to the downgrading that gets kind of lost, and a little bit of double standard that gets kind of lost, and it is we just think it's just about being a pig and nothing more than that. I do believe there's a major power stroke involved in it, and you see it all the time. Tiger Woods, again, being the most prime, perfect example. If you want to go to another extreme, look at Charlie Sheen. Then again, Sheen, like Tiger Woods, is a pretty good-looking dude and has a lot of power and money, so he can pretty much have any skis bag he wants or high-quality skis bag he wants because he has that kind of stroke and charm. I think a lot of guys get caught in this downgrading because, in their simplest form, I guess males are the hunters as a whole, and they have that little thing of always hunting, get a little notch on their belt, a little pride in the shoulder, a little pat in the back kind of thing. And sometimes it gets a little carried away, and you see some guys go from an absolutely great girlfriend, and then you see the shit that comes after them. You're like, dude, what the fuck? Did you find her at a pet store? What happened? You decided to adopt her? What the fuck? That's downgrading at its worst. But I think it's really egotistical also on our part to believe that when someone does break up with us or they cheat on us, we want them to be of equal or greater value. That's not always the case. Sometimes it may look out that way, and when it does happen, you won't feel so bad. But in reality of the situation, you're probably kidding yourself. It's not going to happen that way. And honestly, are you really going to feel that much better knowing they did better than you? And you let them looking in the mirror going, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be that great? And that's a whole other mess you throw yourself into. And it's totally unneeded, totally unnecessary, and we kind of drive ourselves batty over it. So that's my rambling about downgrading, folks. I hope you've enjoyed that little tidbit of fun. It's not always as clean cut as you see it, but that's how the world works. Nothing's always as it is. Kind of black and white. Gotta look behind the little nuggets of the world and see what's happening out there. Rambling time is over, folks. Thank you again to our unofficial sponsors. Alcohol. I'm so trashing this bottle tonight just because I can. And a totally a second unofficial sponsor. Again, unofficial sponsor is the Crush of Vampires, folks. Check them out. August 29th, the Crush of Vampires at Fontana's Bar down in New York City. You will have a blast. I will be there. It will be a totally cookie time. Me actually hear me ramble about something else down there that's totally unly music related or life related or politically or booby or any kind of stuff. Next week, I'm gonna do an actual blog based upon something I'm ending it. You've noticed that I end these things with totally incoherent tidbits for next week. This one is gonna be totally legit. Next week, I'm talking about vampires. Why vampires? Because it's fun and they're kind of hot right now. Next week's blog is gonna be vampires. Why don't I see more fat ones? Why are they so fucking pretty all the time? It's pissing me off to no end. To next week's folks. I'm Vash. Please hit share. Please subscribe. Tell your friends, family, enemies, your dog, your cat, anyone, got miss a kill with me, Vash. Till next time, Killjoys, have fun. Be safe. Till then.